Thank you for tuning in to Mr. Cliff's Toy Shop on today's episode of toys that are still in the box. So today I'll be showing some figures who are still in the box, some that I may review, some that I will not review, and some that I am considering reviewing. This may be a pretty long episode as there are quite a few toys that I still have in the box. And as I look around me, this isn't just one line. There's actually many different companies, licenses, and overall action figures that I'm going to be showing today. So the first that we'll start off with will be the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Target exclusive. And if you're wondering why I'm starting off with this, as I showed this figure maybe a few weeks back, I actually found this in a Target. So for all of you who are in New York City, this is the first NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle single 2-pack that I've ever found in a Target, and I'm talking about for years. I really feel that someone returned this figure rather than NECA coming in and just putting it on the shelf, but I don't know for sure. So the only reason that I'm showing this particular Shredder and Crane 2-pack is because I was able to actually pick up a NECA figure in Target. So for everyone who is in New York, keep hope alive, even though I know you're not going to find any in Target. So just moving that out the way, I just want to throw this up here. So I want to take a moment to talk about this. Let's zoom, whoa, too far. Let's zoom out just a little bit. So I went to New Jersey trying to find NECA figures. I just had it, unsuccessful finding them in New York. Went to Jersey, money on tolls, money on gas, still couldn't find them. And a cool dude from Instagram really came through to me. And I really got to thank a lot of the collectors on Instagram. You've been monumental, especially with this NECA line, being able to find these turtles and sending them my way. So Tone, TBW, who resides in Connecticut, found these figures, said that he had them. I asked him how much to ship them. He was like, wait a minute, you're in New York? Give me 2 hours, I'll drive down and bring it to you. And he actually hand-delivered these two figures for me. I am so thankful to you. And this here, I will probably review these figures, really considering. I don't know exactly what I want to do with these NECA figures. I am not an in-box collector. I kind of want to keep them in box. However, I really don't have the space, so I'm pretty sure that I will be opening these. So let's move these off the shelf and put something up that is just as iconic. So this is the Masters of the Universe origin figures from Mattel. So I was actually able to, I didn't find this in the store. I was able to purchase it online, but I had to pick it up in store. So I was able to get a friend to pick this one up for me. So very happy to have this Battle Cat. I more than likely will not be reviewing this particular one as I purchased these figures for my son. Yes, it's nostalgia. I just want him to be able to experience some of the things that I had as a kid. And being that Masters of the Universe has 2 new cartoons that are coming out and a possible movie, I think this may be real easy for him to segue into. So I just don't have Battle Cat. So I just received this from Walmart, as well as I was able to find this in a Walmart. So I actually have 2 Man-at-Arms, which is fine. The packaging has been damaged. If you purchase figures from Walmart, if you are a mint collector, do not purchase from Walmart. They just do not take any care to making sure that your items are packed particularly well. Being that I'm going to open this at some point for my son, maybe not this year as I let him play with my turtles and he completely destroyed them at some point. So I have Man-at-Arms. I received Man-at-Faces. Orko. I also have Beastman. I currently don't have him in hand now. I passed on Tila, though I did see her at Walmart pretty recently, and I passed on Evil Lyn. I just really don't like the colors on Evil Lyn, though I will pick her up at some point. I was unable to secure the Scareglow. If anyone's able to find that, please let me know. Pay for the figure, I'll pay for shipping. For those of you who are looking to track these figures down and have been unsuccessful, please wait. Do not pay added amounts for these figures, as they are expected to release next year through many, many avenues. So just be patient. All right, so finishing up with this, let's take a look at some exclusives. So this is from the Hasbro Power Rangers Lightning Collections Lord Dracon exclusive. So I planned on reviewing this, and I think that I will get to it at some point. I just haven't made the time to do it as of yet. I was able to review the Hellfire Club exclusive from Marvel Legends a few weeks back. If you're interested in that, maybe I will put the information to that video in the description below. So moving this out the way, the other Hasbro exclusive that I have is the Classified Series Snake Supreme Cobra Commander. I will absolutely be reviewing this one. I thought that I would actually have it up by now. For whatever reason, I just haven't gotten to it as of yet. Just to quickly show you how the figure looks. Pretty cool. So just bear with me. I should have this review up, I'm going to say maybe tomorrow. I'm actually shooting this video November the 2nd, so I'm going to push to have this video up and running by November the 3rd. So sticking with G.I. Joe, what should we move to next? Maybe Gun-Ho. Had this figure for quite some time. I actually picked it up in Target, and I ordered a second one from Entertainment Earth as well. Not sure if I'm going to review this figure, but I may do a Talking Toys to where we go over a few things. In addition to him, let's go with this. So I have this version of Roadblock, which I really like. I don't look at him as Roadblock, but I think it's a cool character to have nonetheless, especially being that it is a black character. And we really don't have a lot of black characters for G.I. Joe, so I am happy to have this bearded version of Roadblock in my collection. And moving on, let's take a look at Destro. So this was known as Pimp Destro. And what I'm going to do for this figure, I am absolutely going to get a soft cape. I can tell that that cape is plastic, and that plastic just doesn't do this figure any justice. And I'm saying that by looking at it in the box. I have not taken this figure out as of yet. Here is the standard version of Destro, which I'm pretty sure many people have reviewed. I don't think that I will be reviewing this. Time will tell. And here is one of the... How many at this point? All right, I need to remove something. I think this is the first version of Cobra Commander that we have seen. However, it is the third version that will be out probably by the end of this year. So I probably will not be doing an individual review on this. I may use this figure as a comparison with the Hasbro exclusive version of Cobra Commander. And here is Snake Eyes. Had this figure for months. For whatever reason, just not gotten to doing a review. I've been waiting on my Storm Shadow from the Amazon exclusive, and that one just continues to be delayed. Okay, so let's remove these figures for a moment. And let's set these up. Let's put that back here. And this one somewhere there. Here. Another one. Right there. And the last one. So I was able to find one of these figures at Target. The others are actually ordered online. So initially I wasn't crazy about the design for this figure. I said that I was going to buy 3. If you don't know by now, I am obsessed with army building. So my 3 somehow turned into 6. I doubt that I will be adding more of these figures. And it's not particularly because I don't like it, but I have to be very careful on what I am army building with G.I. Joes, as Cobra has so many infantry kind of men to where you can continue to army build. As well as Marvel Legends, they're doing these red ninjas for the Stiltman Build-A-Figure. I at least want 6 of those. And I figure if I have 6 of these, 6 of those should be enough, so I have to slow down with that. All right, so while I remove one of those out of the way, one reason that I got these figures too, I think that they would pair very good with the Marvel Legends version of Shang-Chi, as well as those ninjas that Marvel Legends will be releasing as well. So I only purchased one of him. I was very happy to find him, as this figure sold out very quickly. So I was able to get him for about retail price. He comes with a whole slew of hands. So I actually may go back and purchase another one of this character. If not just for the hands, I'm pretty sure that I can use him somewhere else. Maybe I can take that head off, put a different head on. I'll figure it out as I go. All right, so let's get all of this stuff out of here. So continuing with Marvel Legends, let's take a look at the 2-pack for Old Man Logan and Old Man Hawkeye. And I really like the look of these 2 figures. What I don't like is that Hasbro has packaged 2 figures in one box and charged $50 instead of $40. No idea if I will be reviewing this 2-pack. I will, however, be adding metal claws to Logan, and I will be changing this bow for Hawkeye. So continuing with Marvel Legends, we take a look at another 2-pack for the Storm and Thunderbird. And the figure that I really wanted out of this is Storm. I think Storm looks incredible. She, of course, comes with, I was going to say the most accessories, but looking in package, it looks like she comes with all of the accessories. 2 heads, 2 capes, 3 pair of hands, and some lighting effects. And it doesn't appear that Thunderbird comes with anything. I hope that is not the case. And I don't like the neck on this figure. I'm not sure why the blue is painted all the way up. We'll get to that. I might review this 2-pack. I'm pretty intrigued to see what's going on here. So let's get this out of the way. And the next figure I'm showing is pretty old. Nevertheless, one that's been pretty difficult to find for some or most collectors is the Target exclusive Red Hulk. I really like this figure. I was able to actually purchase my first one on eBay for about 60 bucks. I think that's about double the price. I just couldn't find them in any Targets in New York. And then I was able to score one on Target.com to where they weren't shipping it, but then something happened and they ended up shipping it to me. So I'm very happy to have this one in my collection. I actually have a custom head sculpt for this, which I will be showing at some point in Talking Toys. No idea when that video will be going up. Moving on to the next deluxe figure is Apocalypse. I know nothing about this particular storyline, the Age of Apocalypse. I am not particularly thrilled with the colors here. I initially purchased this for 2 reasons. 1, to have an additional Apocalypse, and 2, the 2 head sculpts. I feel that if I'm able to put together most of the body for the previous Apocalypse, that I can use the head sculpt out of one of these 2 head sculpts. Let's get this out the way. And let's end it with Hasbro Star Wars. So typically I do not collect Black Series Star Wars figures. And it's not because I don't think that they're good figures. I just don't have the room. And every now and then I feel that I have to make some sound decisions like, okay, I can't collect something. And being that I collect the Hot Toys versions, I decided to let go of the Black Series versions. So, a little bit of history here. When Rebels first aired, I was not happy, as that's right when Clone Wars, I believe, had stopped. And they had announced this series, and to me, it just looked too kid-friendly. And now that I think about it, Clone Wars looked pretty kid-friendly too. But I just wasn't happy, as I thought the Clone Wars or Clone series was such a phenomenal series that when I saw this, I thought that it was just going to be too kiddie. And man, was I wrong. This was an absolute fantastic series. So when they decided to, I don't know if it's re-release or update these figures, I just had to jump on them. So here we have pretty much the main crew. The only one that we're missing is Kanan, and I'm really hoping that they give us a modern version of Kanan. But we have Sabine with a Mandalorian helmet. I would really love to have this figure in 1/6 scale. We receive Ezra, and I am not keen on this particular face. This does not represent the cartoon well. I guess photoreal transitioning into cartoons to action figures sometimes just does not work. As if you look on this image on the side, and I don't even think that's a true representation of him in the cartoon. But nonetheless, we get Chopper, Hera, which I would also like to have in 1/6 form, and I think Zed would be fantastic in 1/6 form. And being that Hot Toys is really pumping out Star Wars, and that seems to be their focus, as there's not a lot going on with the MCU right now, and until Batman and Wonder Woman drops, not a lot with DCU either. Star Wars seems to be their focus. I hope that they jump onto these figures. Okay, let's get these out of the way. I'm just going to start with, let's take these two down and this. All right, here we go. And now moving on to McFarlane. So this version of Joker, I will absolutely be reviewing. This will probably be up sooner than later, as I expect this to be a very quick review. So here, this was one of the figures that I was actually very excited to get. Looking at him in the box kind of brings down some of that excitement. So I will be reviewing this figure too. I expect the review to be relatively quick. So I'm going to say that this should be up within the first week of November. And now moving on to the Batman Who Laughs. That comes with a Build-A-Figure, or Build-A-Figure pieces. Actually, what do we get here? Is that the head and the torso? No. It's the head and something else. So I didn't know if I was going to review this. I'm still not sure if I will review this. We'll see as time. We'll see. And my last McFarlane figure that I currently have is the Flash. And I really like how they pose him in package. And I love the effect pieces. Not sure if I'm going to review this guy. I actually seen a review, I think, from Shartimus Prime. From what I can tell, looking at his review, Flash is oversized. McFarlane has quite the ways to go to get scaling in place. Aside from scaling and maybe some issues with articulation, it seems to be a pretty good figure. So getting rid of Flash, however, keeping with DC, let's take a look at the Mezco Harley Quinn Deluxe Edition. So I will be reviewing this. This may not go up to about the second week of November. We'll see how and when, if I'm able to put these reviews up. I actually want to get this one out. But I also want to do my Super 7 Turtles, which I am way behind on, as well as the Super 7, Thundercats, that I've been planning to review for well over a month now. All right, now getting to some of the last stuff. Let's just take a look here. Pull this figure out of the box. Here's Killmonger, Hot Toys version. I was able to score this from a cool dude off of Instagram. Got rid of some of his Hot Toys. Got this for a phenomenal price. So to Jay, thank you very much for this figure. And now coming on to perhaps the figure that I'm most happy to have, as this Fan Toys version of Gavatron sold out remarkably fast. And as soon as it sold out, it had shot up in price. Then out of nowhere, BBTS had it available. One night I just happened to be looking. I don't know why I was looking. It was like 2, 3 o'clock in the morning and it was available. Thought it was some sort of mistake. I went to order it. The order went through. I was expecting maybe to get a cancellation next day, but nope. And it shipped. So I will not be opening this right now, though I will be opening this at some point, as I do want to do a discussion about the Transformers and sort of why I don't review Transformers on my channel. Big old box. But it's not the only big box. Slide this up here. And this is the Gigapower King Grimlock. I initially missed the first release. However, they have reissued this version. And this thing looks extraordinary. Slide back some. Again, I'll be opening this probably along with Galvatron. Maybe I'll try to do that video maybe in the next week or two. Probably closer to 2 weeks. All right, Grimlock, let's slide you out of here. And to conclude this video, let's take a look at okay, so I'm almost embarrassed. I don't remember exactly who this is, but he is one of the members of the Predacons. I wanted to say Rampage. I know it's not Rampage. I think Rampage is the bull, if I'm not mistaken. So this figure looks phenomenal. I actually saw a review by Ben Collectibles. For anyone who's interested in watching Transformer reviews, you should go over to Ben Collectibles. That's where I watch my reviews. So this is another figure that I will be showing perhaps in that video. And this will conclude the end of this video. So thank you very much for sticking around. We are now in November. I'm going to try to put up at least 8 more videos before the year is out. This one counts as 8. This one counts as 1. So 7 additional videos. I already know what videos, action figures, and topics that I want to focus on. It's just making sure to give each one the due time and build. So I jumped the gun a little bit. I forgot to show a few more things. Forgot to show this guy. I regret not buying at least 2 of these. I'm not a big on-card guy, but I really want to leave this guy on the card. I don't know, it's something about these big figures on this big piece of cardboard. I just want to keep them like that. And the other big guy, I definitely will be buying at least another 1, if not 2 of these to add to my collection. And who knows, maybe I will keep it on card, maybe not. Really don't have the space, and plus I don't want to go down that rabbit hole again. And for the last item that I have to show, I'm going to have to move the camera. It's way too big to set it up over here. All right, and looking at the final item is the Hot Toys Hall of Armor. 7 individual pieces, I guess. How would you say it? 7 individual halls. Whatever it is, you can fit 7 Iron Men in there. This box is huge. Let me open it and maybe just pull it out so you can see what it looks like. Okay, so this thing is massive. Taking it out of the box really doesn't make that much of a difference, as the box is just large enough to contain the item. So inside of this, you actually have 7 individual halls, which come packaged like this. I'm going to absolutely have to remove them from this box as I don't have this space. And now this will conclude the video. So as always, thank you for tuning in to Mr. Cliff's Toy Shop, and I hope to see you during the next review or episode.